Right then, let's pick up from where we left off looking at the user interface. We have covered most aspects of the user interface at a preliminary level, but there are a few more functions worth glancing at whilst we're being introduced to the VSTi. Underneath the main tabbed area is this transport area. It pretty much speaks for itself: stop, start, loop, etc. To the right, we have the readout for time signature and tempo. We can of course adjust these if required. Moving along again, we see a click button, useful if we want to determine the tempo of a particular track that we are working on. Next, we can click this Song Creator tab to reveal functions available for building a song structure. Once more, there will be more on this later. And then finally, a general volume slider that controls the output of the whole kit. We would of course adjust the individual drums using the mixer, and then once we've got that balance right, we can adjust the overall output using the slider here. Above it is this playback area that we populate with patterns drawn in from the browser or search tabs. I've got one pattern loaded up there at present, but there are tools available to add more or cut the patterns up into smaller parts, etc. Once more, we'll look at doing this later. To facilitate our view of the pattern, you can zoom in or out using these tools here. Also, just here, click to reveal these extra editing options: copy, paste, remove, etc, etc. We've got a kit loaded here with the basic preset, as indicated up here. If you want to flick over to a different kit with its related preset, click the drop arrow and choose from your installed kits, core and expansion. I'll flick over to the reggae kit with the wet roots preset. Now, to help us differentiate between the two, a kit or a kit loads that expansion pack, whereas a preset utilizes the kit and its sounds, but organizes effects and levels, etc. in a certain way. Another preset can use the same kit, but will play back levels and EQ and ambience and effects in a distinct way to the other presets, utilizing the same kit. You'll see the animated tab change to a relevant image of the kit recorded. This is the reggae kit recorded, and as the preset loads up, the orange button up here indicates it loading. Once it has loaded, you'll hear the swap drum samples play back by clicking on them once again. Of course, you can still play the exact same pattern brought in earlier. Okay, so let's swap kits once more, this time to a jazz kit with the Brush Delight preset. The graphic changes once more, and we can hear how it sounds once loaded by playing the same pattern once again. Okay, so that's the principle of loading and playing. Now there are a few more options to look at. By coming to the menu bar and selecting File, you'll see familiar new and open and save options. To the right though, within Settings, is where you would set up your sound card. Under the Audio/MIDI setup option, you get to choose whatever sound card that you are using. Set it up here. My device type is an ASIO driver, of course, for the best latency, and the device is below. You'll also set your out channels and MIDI device and channel here. And then finally, under Help, you can remind yourself of the plugin path should you need to inform your DAW where your copy of EZDrummer 2 is located.